Today, we're heading to one of Nicaragua's most remarkable destinations, Ometepe Island. This unique island is formed by two volcanoes rising directly out of Lake Nicaragua, creating a landscape that feels almost otherworldly. Located in the Isthmus of Central America, in the country of Nicaragua, Ometepe is the epitome of what Nicaragua is known for, the land of lakes and volcanoes. Getting there will require landing at the country's international airport, Augusto Sandino, airport code MGA. From there, you can rent a vehicle and drive 100 kilometers or about 2 hours and 15 minutes to San Jorge. Upon reaching the Rotunda Jesus del Rescate, you'll exit the Carretera Panamericana and get off at Northeast 7th Street. As you head east to where this road ends and hits the coast, you'll pass through San Jorge, a small town in the municipality of Rivas, with a population of about 5,000 to 10,000 residents. At this point, it is the wet season, June through November. Therefore, you'll likely encounter rain showers in the afternoon and less foot traffic. According to locals, the best time to come to Ometepe is at the end of the dry season, March and April. However, it is also the time that tourism is highest, as it is coupled with religious holidays. Higher tourism brings more competition for scarce resources like transportation and lodging. There are two main ways to go about this trip. One where you reserve every component of your itinerary separately and in advance. And second is worst-case scenario, where you show up and figure it out when you get here. For the purposes of this video, we will show the latter, which we are able to easily do due to it being the low season. Here is a checklist of what you'll need to account for. First, the ferry ride. Departure times vary depending on the number of ferry boats in operation and the volume of tourists on a given day. So it is best to arrive by mid-afternoon to improve your chances of obtaining tickets. Second consideration is your transportation method on the island. You can take your transportation on the ferry or rent on the island. If you're taking your vehicle with you, it's strongly recommended to get to the port even earlier. Availability can be limited, particularly on weekends and holidays. Travelers without vehicles can simply walk aboard, which makes the process much simpler. On this trip, we decided to leave our vehicle at the port and hire a chauffeur on the island. A more expensive choice, but more convenient and flexible. If you decide to take your own vehicle onto the island, you can drive yourself around. Driving on the island is very simple, as there is only one main road that circumnavigates the island, and map applications on your phone are reliable. The third transportation option is to rent a scooter, quad, or ATV which you can pick up right as you get off the ferry. This is the best options for those traveling light and wanting to have a more intimate connection with the island. At this point, we are approaching the port main gate, where foreigners pay a small entrance fee, about $1. Here you can ask the gate attendant to direct you to where the travel agents are located, who can help you arrange everything you need while you are on the island. Recall that we had nothing reserved in advance, so the travel agent will offer you all the transportation, lodging and activities options available and create a package for you. There are several agents, so don't feel pressured to go to the one suggested to you. You can walk around and pick the one you're most comfortable with. Depending on the agent, they may insist on you paying in cash, so you'll have to insist on paying with credit card if that is your preference, although you may have to pay a 3 to 5% surcharge. From there, once your departure time nears, you'll walk to your ferry and board. The earlier you arrive, the more options you'll have for selecting the seats you'll best enjoy for the 1-hour ferry ride. If you follow the ferry ride along with your phone's map, you'll notice that you'll take the path represented by the dashed line connecting San Jorge with Moyogalpa. With all passengers and vehicles loaded, we push back from the dock and head to the island. By the way, Ometepe's name comes from the Nahuatl words Ome, meaning two, and Tepetl, meaning mountain. Indigenous peoples settled here thousands of years ago, leaving behind petroglyphs that you can still see carved into rocks all over the island. From the top deck, you're able to get a good view of Concepcion to the north, or left-hand side, and Madeiras to the south. Concepcion is the larger of the two, standing about 1,610 meters or 5,300 feet. It's an active stratovolcano, meaning it has near-perfect conical shape with steep sides, created from many layers of ash and lava, like Mount Fuji in Japan. Authorities categorize current activity as low to moderate risk, but note that small ash and gas emissions may continue. You are allowed to hike it, although you need to set aside a whole day for the activity, as most hikers report a round trip of about 8 to 10 hours. Just imagine the spectacular view on a clear day during the dry season, from the ferry and from the top of Concepcion. Madeiras, on the other hand, at 1,394 meters or 4,500 feet high, is dormant and has a blunt tip, which is a crater lagoon. Its dormancy has allowed for a cloud forest to be created, and you can experience it with a 6 to 8 hour hike. Upon arrival, the chauffeur awaits us and drives us to our first adventure. Punta Jesus Maria, a narrow sandbar connected to the beach that stretches almost half a mile into Lake Nicaragua, which gives you the biblical experience of parting the ocean or walking on water. Although you can't see it in this video, due to the weather, this spot offers spectacular views of Concepcion. And on the opposite side, as you look to the west, you'll see the most amazing sunset reflecting off Lake Nicaragua, so it's no wonder this is one of the most photogenic spots on the island. This destination offers several restaurants, and you can picnic on the shore sitting on the black volcanic sand after you've taken a swim in Lake Nicaragua. Note that the sandbar changes throughout the year. The water level is lowest at the end of the dry season, April and May, revealing more of the sandbar, allowing you to venture farther out into the lake. On the other hand, the sandbar may be completely covered due to high water levels at the end of the wet season, October and November.
We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to do. We don't laugh anymore. What was all of it for? Oh, we don't talk anymore like we used to do. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to do. We don't laugh anymore. What was all of it for? Oh, we don't talk anymore like we used to do. I just walk in line next to somebody who knows how to love you like me. There must be a good reason that you're gone. Every now and then I think you might want me to come show up at your door, but I'm just too afraid that I'll be wrong. I wanna know if you're looking into her eyes, she's holding on to you so tight, the way I did before. I overdosed, should've known your love was a game. Now I can't get you out of my brain. Oh, it's such a shame. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to do. We don't laugh anymore. What was all of it for? Oh, we don't talk anymore like we used to We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to do. We don't laugh anymore. What was all of it for?
After a relaxing evening back at the hotel and falling asleep to soft rain, the next morning we headed to Rio Istian. If it wasn't amazing enough that Nicaragua is located on an isthmus, a narrow strip of land between two main bodies of land, North and South America, Rio Istian is located on yet another isthmus, a narrow strip of land between Concepcion and Madeiras. If you plan to kayak Rio Istian, the best time to go is early in the morning. The air is calm, the light is soft, and wildlife is most active. Afternoon trips are possible too, but by then the wind from Lake Nicaragua can make paddling more challenging. Like much of Nicaragua, Rio Istian changes dramatically with the seasons. During the rainy season, from May to November, the wetlands fill up and the river expands. You can paddle deep into the flooded forest, weaving between tree trunks and vines. It's incredibly lush and alive. In the dry season, the water levels drop, revealing more of the sandbanks and shoreline. The landscape shifts, still beautiful, but different, more open, and easier to navigate for beginners. Whenever you visit, come prepared. Bring sunscreen, a hat, sunglasses, mosquito repellent, and at least 2 liters of water. A lightweight long-sleeve shirt helps protect against both sun and insects, and a waterproof bag for your camera is a must. Trust me, you'll want to capture what you see out here. You don't need to be an expert kayaker. The waters are calm, and most local tour operators provide everything you need, including safety gear and a guide. While it's possible to explore on your own, having a local guide really enhances the experience. They know where to find hidden lagoons, nesting birds, and can share stories about the land and its history. You'll find most kayak operators near the town of Mérida, on the western side of the isthmus. Tours usually last around 3 hours and cost about $20 to $25 per person, a small price for one of the most memorable experiences on the island. Kayaking the Rio Istian isn't about speed or distance, it's about immersion. The river winds slowly between dense vegetation, its surface reflecting the sky like glass. As you move deeper into the wetland, the sounds of civilization fade until all that's left is the rhythmic splash of your paddle and the chatter of wildlife. This area is home to an incredible variety of animals. Herons, egrets, kingfishers, turtles, even caimans if you're lucky. In the trees above, howler monkeys call across the canopy, while white-faced capuchins move quickly from branch to branch. And all of this unfolds against the dramatic backdrop of two volcanoes. Concepcion's perfect cone rising on one side, Madeiras draped in green mist on the other. It's one of those experiences that manages to be both thrilling and peaceful at the same time. Over thousands of years, volcanic activity and sediment shaped this landscape into a wetland maze of channels, lagoons, and swamp forest. Early indigenous communities used these waterways for fishing and travel. Imagine traversing through this very spot and looking up at the mystery and immensity of the volcanoes around you, just like the early inhabitants did. You can almost feel the history as you paddle through it, the river telling its story in soft ripples and birdsong. Kayaking the Rio Istian isn't just a tour, it's an experience that stays with you. There's something about moving quietly through these wetlands, surrounded by so much life, that feels deeply grounding. You get to see Ometepe from its most natural side, raw, calm, and full of surprises. So if you're visiting Nicaragua and want to connect with nature in a way that feels both peaceful and adventurous, this is the place to do it. Paddle slowly, listen closely, and let the Rio Istian show you the quiet magic of Ometepe. Now afternoon, we head out in search of food. Our guide presents us with various choices, and we settle on one of the nearby hotels, which we've lodged at on a previous trip. Hidden between two volcanoes in the heart of Nicaragua lies one of the most peaceful places you could imagine. Reserva Natural Ojo de Agua. The name Ojo de Agua literally means eye of water. Locals say it's like the island's lifeblood, water bubbling up from deep volcanic springs that have been flowing here for centuries. The pools sit on the narrow isthmus connecting Ometepe's two volcanoes, Concepcion and Madeiras, creating this lush oasis right in the middle of the island. Getting here is easy. It's just a short drive or bike ride from Playa Santo Domingo or Altagracia. And there's parking and changing areas right at the entrance. Entry is affordable, and the facilities are well maintained. Most travelers spend about 2 or 3 hours here. Though once you're floating in that cool volcanic water, you might lose track of time. What makes it special isn't just the scenery, it's the atmosphere. The sound of birds in the canopy, the cool mineral water flowing from the earth, and that gentle rhythm of island life that makes you forget time altogether. You can ease into the crystal clear water and just float under the trees. Or if you're feeling bold, try the rope swing. It's a local favorite. The pools are spacious, with one large basin perfect for swimming and another smaller one for simply relaxing. if you're here early in the morning, you might have the place almost to yourself. By midday, locals and travelers start to fill the area, bringing that cheerful island energy. The water stays cool all day, around 25 degrees Celsius, and because it's constantly flowing, it's clean, clear and refreshing. And when you're ready for a break, there's a small cafe serving cold drinks, fresh coconuts and simple meals. The perfect excuse to stay a little longer. Ojo de Agua is open year-round, but it changes with the seasons. In the dry months, the air is warm and the light turns golden, perfect for a lazy afternoon swim. During the rainy season, everything around the pool becomes greener and more vibrant, the forest alive with birds and butterflies. No matter when you come, it's a good idea to bring sunscreen, insect repellent, a hat, and maybe a long-sleeve shirt if you plan to stay under the sun for a while. Water shoes help on the smooth rocks, and a towel or sarong is handy for lounging. What really sets Ojo de Agua apart is its balance. It's adventurous enough to feel exciting, but peaceful enough to feel restorative. You'll see couples, families, backpackers, and locals all sharing the same space. Everyone smiling, unwinding, enjoying something simple and beautiful. There's a saying that Ometepe's energy comes from its volcanoes, but if that's true, Ojo de Agua is where that energy cools and calms. After hiking, biking, or kayaking around the island, this place feels like a reset button. It's not flashy or overdeveloped, just nature, comfort, and the kind of tranquility that sticks with you long after you've left. We hope this video has inspired you, and we'll catch up with you at the next one.